You're listening to Amazing Radio. This is Amazing Afternoons. Delighted to say that friend of the show is on the line with me once again. Callum Pitt is here. Callum, how are you doing? You join us from what looks like the box room.
Hi, Frankie. Yeah, good afternoon. Cheers for having us back. Yeah, I'm in my little box room right now, enjoying some sun. Yeah,
Was
how you
this the
doing?
I'm good. Is this the box room where you created some of this music though, which you've got on this new record coming out?
Oh, it is actually. Yeah, this is like the spare bedroom of me flat, and just turned it into a music room during COVID times. And yeah, this is where I demoed all of the album tracks over a lot like a really long time. Yeah, spent a lot of time in here.
Yeah, that's good. It's a happy place for you then, and we find you here
Mm.
on Amazing Afternoons in that happy place. And we are very happy because today you have recorded a very special version of "I Feel a God and Devil in This Room," a track which we've previously played quite a lot here on Amazing Radio, and of course a track which comes off this new record. First of all, thanks for doing the session track for us, Callum. We appreciate it, and we always appreciate having you on the program. How do you feel it's going in the campaign towards the albums? Not long to go now.
No, yeah, you're very welcome for the session. So sorry it took a little while to get around to it. But yeah, you've been so supportive, sort of over the album songs so far. Like especially this one, like he's put it on the A list and like is in the charts. Absolutely lush to see. So I was buzzed about that. So from that perspective, yeah, dead happy with the album, with how the album's chugging along. That's 3 singles out from it now. I've got one more out, which I'm should be announcing shortly, and then it's just full steam ahead with releasing the whole album and like trying to shift vinyls, doing album release shows, doing some in stores and stuff like that. So just yeah, getting full steam ahead, really.
Yeah, good. Has it all gone to plan then so far? All the releases of the singles, and do you feel like you left enough breath in between them to keep the focus, but also carry the momentum from single to single? It's hard, isn't it, in 2023 to play the game, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. I wanted as many singles as possible off the album, so I went with 5. PR said, let's do 2, and then let's not do anything with number 3. So the one which I just put out literally didn't get a push from anywhere. It was just like it was like a soft release to sort of give sort of press and just people a little break, even though I'm still releasing. So my last one, fraction of a second, it was kind of like a soft release, but yeah, that's kind of like a symptom of putting out quite a few singles off the album. But yeah, for the next single, it's sort of a return to like full like press and radio, and hopefully like move full steam ahead with it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it's going actually, with how it's going actually. It's
Good.
absolutely lovely to actually finally release them as well. I've been sitting on them for so long.
Yeah, yeah. I remember the last time you came in, you were telling us about the process. But you have recorded a special version of the big track which we played from the album so far. I feel a God and Devil in This Room. And was it in that room where you recorded it?
Yeah, I just recorded it right here. I wanted to keep it as live as possible, but there's a couple of little layers which I had to put on top. Like there's a banjo line, which I think is pretty instrumental to the song. So I just had to put that on, and I tried not to get too carried away. It's pretty much just a live version, but I popped on a little sprinkle of extras just to make it a bit more interesting.
Yeah, well, we're going to hear it in a second, but I think that's what's special about the tracks we've had from this record so far, Callum, is that it is really layered, isn't it? And there's a lot of time and a lot of good ears have been on this record. I think that you've taken the time to listen to say, does it need some more layers in it? Maybe it does. And then I think you've stepped back to a certain point and listened and said, right, now we have this lush kind of scenery on these tracks. And I'm really looking forward to hearing the record. Is this kind of a great example of what the record sounds like as a whole, this track?
The studio version of this
Yeah.
track, yeah, I would say so. You're right. I definitely sort of get way too carried away with adding layers and layers. Like the sort of amount of instrumentation on the majority of the tracks on the album is pretty high, and yeah, my producer John had to sort of rein me in a couple of times, and as you say, like had to listen through quite a few times and just be like, it doesn't need more. And maybe a case of just improving what's already there rather than like piling more and more stuff on top. But yeah, I'd say the record as a whole, it's very full. There's like the string quartet, saxophone, and like trumpets on like half to like 3/4 of the tracks. Like it's pretty full on, I'd say. There's not a single track that's like just acoustic guitar. But I'd love to do stuff like that in the future. Like after the album's out, I'm gonna have a little play around and maybe do like an acoustic EP or something like that. But yeah, for now, these tracks are pretty full on, pretty yeah, very very full of instrumentation, which is how I like it.
Good, good. Before we play the track, what's the plan in terms of those live shows you touched upon at the beginning of the chat? Is anything confirmed and out in the wild yet?
There's just the one confirmed and out in the wild. There's more to be announced. So the album release show is on 3rd of June at Star and Shadow Newcastle. I've just had 2 like amazing supports confirmed for that as well, which I'm buzzed about. But that's the day after the album comes out. So that'll be like the big release show, which I'm happy with. Yeah, I've got a massive band for it as well. So that'll be fun trying to sort the logistics of that. But yeah, I've got another album release show which has been confirmed, which I'm gonna announce in the coming weeks, and then there'll be some like in stores, which have also been confirmed. But yeah, going to announce them in the coming weeks. But
Cool, cool. And
I'll
where
keep
will people
things up
see
the sleeve.
this first, Callum? Where should we go to find out where these dates are going to be?
Oh yeah, it's just all on my socials really. I'm Callum Pitt Music across the board. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's a very simple instruction for the listeners there. Callum, do you want to do that really cheesy thing where you introduce your own track on the radio?
Yeah, sure. Hey, I'm Cal. This is a session track of my track "I Feel a God and Devil in This Room" for Amazing Radio. Hope you like it.
I saw the devil in my sleep within a crowd watching me. Felt him in myself and I went still. He moves in the empty spaces we don't fill. I felt the God within my veins as your drums started playing, pushing the endorphins round my brain. In a sea of people shouting to release their pain. I feel alone, but I feel in my bones tonight. Something bigger moving like a tidal wave, a wilting bouquet on fire. I feel a God and devil in this room. existing spaces in between, wearing masks like Halloween. But I feel something more, something more. I feel alone, but I feel in my bones tonight. Something bigger moving like a tidal wave, a wilting bouquet on fire. I feel God and devil in this room. I feel alone, but I feel in my bones tonight. Something bigger moving like a tidal wave, a wilting bouquet on fire. I feel God and devil in this room.